back, everyone. Another episode of After the Huddle here. It's your boy Jacob, Jared in the back.
Sure.
And we're getting close. It's August, man. We're dead close to getting to, preseason. We had the Hall of Fame game last night.
You watched that?
I watched a little bit of it. I wasn't impressed with that first quarterback for Cleveland, which is surprising.
Kellen Mond's ass.
Yeah, bro. But that UCLA dude, he was nice.
I told you, son. He was nice because for the Shrine Bowl, I don't know if you remember the Shrine Bowl past recent season. Belichick coached him. He was one of the quarterbacks for New England side because we coached a certain side, Atlanta coached another certain side. So
yeah.
That's how we ended up getting Malik Cunningham too.
Browns ended up winning it. In the end, it's actually when I went back and watched like the rest of it, like the ending and stuff, it was actually a good game.
It was. I stopped watching, I think, third quarter, something like that. Did you see the block?
Yeah, I did.
Bro, I saw that live. I'm like, oh, that's a good block.
I love that. That's all you.
And sure enough, you see, bro, just running right into they got him just enough to where he can get in. So he had a solid drive.
Yeah, but Browns ended up winning. Was it 21-17? I would think it was.
I believe 21-16.
16, yeah, 21-16. But yeah, it's the Hall of Fame game. We're getting back into preseason. Preseason starting up. It's getting back to be football season. Jared, can you feel it in your bones? Do you feel the tingle you see here in your fingertips? These parts right here. That's where the tingle's supposed to be there.
Yeah.
You can feel it. You can feel football right around the corner. I was working yesterday, and I was watching the game on the way back, and my coworker was like, dude, I don't understand how you could watch that. He loves football, but he's like, I hate preseason. And I'm just like, man, I don't care. Like, I just want to watch football. Like, I just want it to be back on TV again.
Yeah. There was one dude in one of the comments on one of the videos for fantasy. The dude was like, I don't know what did he say? He's like something about watching preseason. I'm like, I watch it strictly because fantasy and dynasty leagues.
That's a little bit. I mean, you get a chance to see like your rookies, come in and play. You get a chance to see other guys come in. Maybe they can make an impact during the season. We don't know yet. But we'll wait and see. It's so hard to see in the preseason.
Oh yeah, because now New England plays Houston week 1 in preseason. So I'm about to be glued to the fucking TV watching Gonzalez play.
Yeah.
Because from what I'm hearing in camp, dude, I'm hearing he's already got I think 2 picks, maybe. He almost took one to the house.
Yeah.
I'm hearing a lot of things about this the 2 6-round people that we drafted, Kayshon Boutte and Demario Douglas. He's actually getting some pretty good reps with the ones. He's making a lot of separations, they said. So week 1 is gonna be very interesting for us.
Yeah, I've been hearing something similar about Darren Waller in camp with the Giants. He's been open damn near every play, apparently. He is absolutely killing it in camp. Trey Hawkins, a guy we drafted in I think it was the 5th or 6th round this draft, has looked really well in camp as well. So, and he was getting first team reps and everything. Who
was bro that had that one-handed catch you showed me?
Oh, I think it's Jason Phillips or Janok Phillips or something like that. That snagged that bitch. He was how did he jump? Yeah, he jumped that way with his right hand. He snagged it in like that. I was like, yo, what is he doing? Oh, for those who don't know, quick reminder, this is our new logo here.
This is true.
So
we have shirts made and everything for it now.
Yep. So we're gonna get some merch done, and we're gonna work on some other stuff as well. Try to come up with some ideas, and hopefully we'll be seeing after the huddle shirts just walking around somewhere.
Hopefully, we shall see.
So, as I mentioned, preseason is looming. It's here. There's 4 weeks left to go. 4 weeks left to go to the start of the season. So, with that in mind, me and Jared and After the Huddle present a look to the future. We're going to preview every team, both conferences, both division. Like we're gonna do like tonight. We're gonna do AFC East and NFC East, and then next week we'll do AFC South, NFC South, and the following week we'll do the AFC North, NFC North. Then after that, obviously, it leaves the West. So
it'll be some good talk. It'll lead us right into opening kickoff day. Well, opening game night.
Yep. And I'm excited I don't know about you, but it's not even just being the first game of the season, but I'm excited for opening night, bro. I mean, Chiefs Lions, and the Lions, have high expectations. Oh, shout out Detroit fans, by the way, selling out home season tickets for Ford Field for the first time in its inception since 2002. They have not sold out season tickets since 2002. So congrats to them. I'm glad y'all finally have something to look forward to. If anybody deserves it, it's the city of Detroit, because y'all been turmoil since as long as I've known y'all.
Yeah.
You had one good year, in my opinion, where you got fucked over in the playoffs by the Cowboys and the refs. And we'll just we'll see how y'all go. We'll see. I like y'all's team, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I am picking y'all to win the division this year. That's a spoiler alert for my division picks. I am picking the Lions to win the division this year above the Vikings. I think the Vikings regressed from last year. I don't think they have the same kind of like games where they're having all this close points differential, and they're winning those games.
Yeah.
I expect Jefferson to have a tougher year now that Adam Thielen's gone. Yeah, they picked up Jordan Addison in the draft. As you being a USC fan, I wasn't big on Jordan Addison. I just wasn't. Like I saw the tape, I saw the intangibles. He's got talent. I just don't know how much it's going to translate over. But I mean, we'll see. I don't know. It should be interesting for Detroit. So we'll get into more of that when we talk about the NFC North. But tonight we're going to start in the AFC East. All right. And the number one team that's been talked about all offseason, we got to talk about them. It's been the New York Jets. All right. What's your expectations for the New York Jets this season?
I was telling my boy this earlier, because he's a Jets fan. So I had asked him, it's like, how long do you give Robert Saleh if he doesn't make playoffs or sniff the Super Bowl within the next few years? And he was like, if we at least make the playoffs, then he'll be set. Because he's already won the locker room over. He's won the fan base over. He said he basically had to royally fuck up the season to lose the entire fan base just like that to get fired. So I mean, I understand that. I don't know if you've been seeing the videos, but Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, that connection is gonna be fucking hell.
Yeah, I saw a little video of him limping off the field too. It didn't look too serious, probably tweaked something. I mean, these guys, most of them, I won't say all of them, but most of them were kind of just bullshitting in all season,
Yeah.
And you do that, you worked hard all year, you got your ass you're running up against 250, 300-pound men at full speed. Like, yeah, you deserve a little break. So, but what I'm really asking, like, what do you have playoff Super Bowl? Are they Super Bowl contenders? What do you think their record's going to be?
I didn't really go through their record yet. Not record, their schedule, to see what they can go. They could easily either sweep us or we could either split with them. Like I feel like that's how it's going to go because we saw last year they just needed a fucking quarterback. They just needed like maybe one touchdown to just win both games. So that alone right there is gonna probably it's either gonna give them 2 wins against us or it's gonna give them 1 win against us. So that'd be, 3 somewhere. I don't see them sweeping the Bills.
No, I don't see them sweeping the Bills. I do see them splitting.
I don't even know about splitting.
I think they win in New York. I think they win in New York. I don't think they win in Buffalo. But in New York, I think that they can win. That defense is really good.
Yeah.
And the Bills did nothing, in my opinion, to really address their second wide receiver issue because Gabe Davis had a very down year. He needs to step the fuck up this year.
Yeah.
But anyway, on the Jets, I have
do you see
I have expectations in the realm of like low wild card to high wild card. Like I don't see them winning the division. Not with Miami and Buffalo in there. Those are 2 very solid teams. Okay. And then you still got who else? And then you got y'all. It's to be seen about y'all yet. Well, I gotta wait. Yeah. I want to see y'all first.
Yeah.
Because I want to see if Mac will take a step. But with the Jets, I mean,
from what I heard about the Jets, Mekhi Becton pulled himself yesterday out of the game. So that's their left tackle right there. So they're already having left tackle issues.
Yeah. And if they have line issues on the offensive line, Aaron Rodgers is older, bro. He doesn't have that. He used to be able to scramble really well. I mean, he can still do it a little bit, but it's definitely not where it used to be when he was younger.
That offensive line is going to be the Achilles heel of that team. Just like Tua is going to be the Achilles heel of Miami, that offensive line for the Jets is to be the same thing.
Yeah, like, I mean, I expect them to go and play for a playoff spot. I definitely expect that. I don't expect division win. I expect that they're either gonna go even. I don't think they're just gonna falter because their defense is too good. And Aaron Rodgers is still Aaron Rodgers, people. Like, yes, I know he had a down year, but the 2 years before that, he won back-to-back MVPs. Like, what are we talking about? A down year where his best receiver left. You thought he was Patrick Mahomes with Tyreek. Patrick Mahomes still has Travis Kelce. Aaron Rodgers had nothing like that on his team.
Yep.
Devontae Adams left and the offense left.
Yep.
So I don't want to hear anything about like that shit matters, bro. I don't understand people that look at a team, they see these bad wide receivers, they see these bad offensive lines, and they're like, oh, that quarterback is trash. They're not even giving him a chance. Like, you expect him to completely carry a team, bro. This is a 53-man roster. 22 people are on the field at a time. You can't expect that, bro. Everybody has to work together.
Yep. It comes all full circle, like me and you talked about before. But actually, the last time we was talking, I think, was when we talked about it. Quarterback helps the wide receiver helps the quarterback. And then, running back helps, such and such.
Yep. But, so yeah. Well, that's a good jump point into Buffalo Bills. I have it's Super Bowl or bust, bro. Like, and I say that only because your time of Josh Allen's rookie deal is running out.
See, all right. So hold on. Let me stop you real quick. So I've had this same conversation, the same exact conversation of what you just said with the same dude that's a Jets fan. Because I asked him, I was like, so like since we're in the same division, how do you have what stance do you take that's on Buffalo with their Super Bowls? He's like, basically, he's like, he feels like their division, not division, their window closed. Josh Allen's rookie contract.
Yeah, I just like eventually you're gonna have to pay him big money, you know, and that's gonna hinder other places. So if you don't get it done this year, what this is Josh's 5th year, isn't it? Or 4th year?
No, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I'm thinking it's his 5th.
I think it might be his 5th because he was a rookie still when Brady was with us.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's 5th right now.
Yeah. So, because I think they're actually, because I think Burrow was like 2 years after him, I believe.
Yeah, he's gonna have to get paid big money, and whenever he has to get paid, you know, that hits the salary cap.
Yeah.
So,
and you know what's gonna end up happening? They're gonna pay Josh all this money, and then you'll be able to pay Diggs.
I mean, I still expect them to win the division. I still think they have the most explosive offense, even though Miami has who they have. Yes, but Tua is behind center, not Josh Allen. Josh Allen creates the more explosiveness compared to what the wide receivers can do, because the wide receivers have to get the ball thrown to them. So until Tua can show me for sure that he's going to stay on the field, the Buffalo Bills are going to win that division, in my opinion. And I'm picking them still. But I am picking Miami to take that 2nd spot. I expect 2 teams to go out of there from the East. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I was thinking about that same thing too. Because obviously Buffalo's be in the top 3. Now, is it going to be Miami or the Jets within the 4, 5, 6 range? And could New England possibly make it into the 7th spot?
Yeah. I mean,
so, like, I don't think the division's wide open, but I don't. I
don't think it's why you gotta show me that this is gonna be a competitive division, because last year Miami beat Buffalo, but that's about all you did. Tua went down and it went to shit.
Shit, they almost beat Buffalo in the playoffs.
I know, and that's because Buffalo was fucking around.
I think Buffalo gets too comfortable.
I still think Buffalo's a better team than Miami is right now.
Oh yeah.
So I expect them to win the division. Now Miami's is the teeter-totter to me. It's going to go one side or the other. It's going to be tremendous or it's going to be terrible. Yep. I don't see them going in between this year.
Yep,
because either Tua is going to stay healthy, Tyreek Hill has almost 2,000-yard season, and Jalen Waddle has over 1,000 yards. They're going to go crazy in the regular season. Then they can win the division. Or Tua gets hurt. They shit the bed. You see what I'm saying? So like it can go. I think that to me, that's their destiny is a teeter-totter. It's going to go either one way or it's not going to balance out.
Yeah, because we've even said it. We said it like going into the offseason that next year Tua's health to make or breaks Miami. Honestly, it makes or breaks his career too.
I'm telling you, bro. Like I think this is the last year for Tua. Like if he can't stay on the field and he has another concussion, a wrap. It's a wrap. He's done. There's no way. There's no way if he goes down with another concussion that he does not stop playing football, bro. There's no way. So,
no, I agree.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But I want him to stay on the field. I want him to stay healthy, not only for his personal life, but we also have him on fantasy dynasty. Not no bullshit like one every year. No, we have these dudes for the rest of the time that we're in this league. See what I'm saying? So like we put money on Tua. So I'm betting that his health is gonna progress and it's gonna get better. However, that doesn't mean that it's guaranteed. So, just hope and pray he does. Now onto your team. I saved them last because that's where I think they're gonna end up again.
We didn't finish last year.
Not because I think that they're gonna be just really a bad team. I just think you'll have to play the Bills twice. You're gonna have to play Miami twice. You're gonna have to play the Jets twice. That's 6 very tough games.
That's 6 games right. That's 6 games right there.
And then don't y'all play the AFC East this year? The NFC East this year?
Yeah, because we open up against Philly.
Yeah, so y'all got Philly, Dallas, the Giants, and Commanders. Bro, that's 10 games of a tough schedule.
Listen, so it goes Philly, the Jets, Dallas, Saints, and then after that, I'm not too familiar with it.
Wait, who is that 14? Who's that 14?
The Saints.
Saints. Okay, y'all could lose every one of those games. Y'all could really start out the season 0-4, and that would be terrible.
Yeah. And the Saints could be 3 or they could be 4. I'm not 100% sure, but they're in that range. But whatever one it is, it's either A, they're going to have Kamara, or B, he's going to be suspended for that game.
Yeah.
So either way, we're going to be kind of fucked because if he's coming back off that 3rd game, and we play them that 4th game, he's coming back from suspension right there. So like that might be an issue.
Yeah. No, it definitely would be. I mean, to play against him without Kamara compared to what he would play against him with him, yeah, that's a huge difference. So, but I mean, we'll see. I don't have high expectations for the Patriots this year. That's why, you wanted to get 2 of their skill players. They're 1-1, and I'm good with that. We got Ramondre, we got Juju. They're going to be both their number ones in running and pass and receiving. So,
and speaking of Juju, from what I've been reading and like hearing, him and Mac are having a pretty good connection. Like Mac threw him a touchdown, I think on a corner route in the red zone. A nice deep ball to him at one point. So like they're getting very nice chemistry going on. So it should be nice.
That's gonna be interesting. I want to see if Mac's gonna take another step up because he regressed last year, and he played bad and he showed his emotion and he's got to be more mature. He's got to be more poised. You're the quarterback. I know these guys are grown men, but they still look to you to lead this team. You have to lead this team. You have to be mature and professional about it. So, does he step up and because he had a solid rookie season. Like it wasn't tremendously great, but it was really solid.
And that was with a solid offensive coordinator too.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe y'all's offense will be better this year. Especially not having a defensive coordinator as y'all's offensive play caller. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I like the draft with Christian Gonzalez. I still like y'all's outside guys. You got Juju, you got Parker. You still got what's his name over there too?
Hunter Henry.
Yeah, Hunter Henry. You got Stevenson. You got players. You got talent over there. Y'all aren't no slouches. I just think that the division y'all play in and the schedule y'all have is really tough this year. So I don't expect y'all to be going really. I don't see y'all as a playoff team this year.
Yeah, no. And all right, so let me ask you this before we move on to the NFC. Do you think Belichick is going to be on the hot seat anytime soon?
It depends on what y'all's record is next year.
I've heard the same.
Like if I can't speak on it now, only because like I got to see how the season goes. like if y'all start out like 3-1 against good teams, like people are gonna be like, okay, that's solid. 2-2, people are gonna you get to 1-3, and it's like, damn, bro. I mean, I get it. That's tough. You got that one in at least. But if you lose all 4 of those first 4 games, bro, he's gonna be on the hot seat, and it's gonna be the talk of the rest of the season. I'm telling you, it's gonna be bad.
And watch him turn around and win like the next like umpteen straight too, just because they're all talking about him in the media.
I mean, we'll see, but I don't know. I don't know about that.
It's gonna be an interesting season this year.
Well, that's the AFC. Let's move on. Other side of the conferences, and NFC over there. Obviously, the first team you look at in the NFC East is the Eagles. They are what's it called? They are a Super Bowl contender, obviously. Their roster stacked top to bottom. And if they put together what they put together last season, it's going to be bad. Now, I've heard different opinions. I've heard somebody tell me that they think that Philly's going to have a hangover, a Super Bowl hangover. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. I think they're still a really good team. They have they're good lines on both sides. They got wide receivers, corners, pass rushers, you got a quarterback, you got runner by committee in running backs. You got it perfectly made.
Yeah.
So it's Super Bowl or bust, plain and simple. And that's hard to say with a quarterback who's so young, because that's probably the excuse they might use if they do have a Super Bowl hangover. They're going to be like, oh, well, Hurts, still young. He doesn't, and I hope that's not the case, but we'll see.
I've actually heard somebody say that Dallas is going to win the division.
What do you expect from Philly, though?
I expect what they did last year. That's honestly what I'm expecting. I don't think Dallas is going to win the division.
Yeah, I just think the Eagles are just too stacked. Like Cowboys still have holes, in my opinion.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I honestly think Dak is like the new age Tony Romo, kind of sort of. And like,
I think Dak is good, but like I don't think he's all that good. Like people try to say he is.
Right. Like I was talking to Brian about this, and he sent me a picture. I don't remember what it was, but it literally compared Dak to Tony Romo about something we talked about, and it's like a stat.
Yeah.
I'm like, see that? I'm like, that's my point right there. Like Dak will get you to the playoffs, but that's probably about as far as you get.
Nah, I feel you. Yeah, I just Philly. They had so many sacks last season. Their offensive line was probably the best in the league. As long as Jalen Hurts stays healthy, they're going back, I think.
Yeah.
I just don't see a team in the NFC that's going to be able to compete with them.
Do you think it'll be the same matchup as last year with Philly and the Niners?
Maybe. We'll get to that a little bit later. Because we still don't even know who their quarterback is. So we'll get to that. We'll get to that at another time. But right now we know what the Eagles are. We know who they are. We know their coach. We know their front office. And I think they'll be locked in this season, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Then you'd probably look at the Cowboys next. All right. They have a solid team. I don't think they're Super Bowl contenders. I do think they make the playoffs. As long as Dak can stay productive. They're a really good regular season team. They always have been, at least as long as I've been alive. There's been very few years where I've seen the Cowboys really have bad years, like bad years.
They had him when they were Cowboys around.
Yeah, as long as I remember, like the Cowboys have been like at least a decent team every year. But I think that's still where they are again. Like I don't think that they're going to be able to compete with Philly. I think they would probably have a tough time with Minnesota, with Detroit. You know, they'll probably have a tough time with the Niners, as we've seen last season. I think there's teams that are better than them, and that's why.
I was listening to the Colin Cowherd podcast or something like that. I don't know what it was, but they were saying that Dallas could have won that 49er game because of that one. Dak had the turnover, and that's what cost them the game basically.
Yeah.
Saying, if you don't throw it, if he doesn't cause that turnover, Dallas wins that game.
Yeah, they do. And that's a whole different tune. And Dallas wins that fucking game, bro. Woo, I tell you what. But I think Dallas is still going to be a playoff team. They'll probably be getting the wild card only because the Eagles are going to be so good, But I still see them going 12-6 or 12-5. So I mean, we'll see. But next, you'd probably look at the Giants. Dable coming off of his first year as coach of the year. Nobody expected him to be there last year. Him and Saquon and Daniel Jones pinched in, and the defense was giving up yards. They gave up a lot of chunk yards, gave up a lot of drives, but they were really good in the red zone. Didn't give up a lot of points. So we got to figure out a way to tighten up before they can be in scoring range. Very glad we signed Saquon. That obviously is key as fuck. Not only because we need him out there for our offense to work, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I also have his jersey, and I don't want him to leave and it become irrelevant.
I mean, it'd still be worth something if he goes into the Hall.
Well, yeah, I'll still keep the jersey. I'm not gonna throw the jersey away. I'm not one of those people he doesn't play for my team anymore. I have no use for this. I'll burn it. No, what the fuck? I'm not burning a jersey. I spent money on that.
Right. I never understood why fans did that. When LeBron left, I never understood that.
Yeah, dude, you know how hurt I was watching Jeremy Shockey leave and go to the Saints. Guess what? I didn't burn his jersey. I kept it. I just folded it up and put it away.
Yeah, it's literally all you got to do.
Yeah, it's still a jersey.
Right. It still costs something. It still worth something. God damn.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I don't know. We could be a playoff team. I think that they're another teeter-totter team. It's either going to go good or bad. You
think it? I'm not saying a first round bounce, but do you think you have a statement another season like last year?
I have no idea, bro. I have no idea. I mean, look what happened this offseason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know. But I expect us to, for at least this year, while we're full strength, we got to get all wide receivers healthy, and we brought in Darren Waller, so we got to get weapons and got to get players out there. Yeah, we got to get people open. That's been our problem for years now, and they still didn't fully address it, but they at least addressed to get a start tight end, and I'll take that. And we only gave up a 3rd round pick, so I think it was worth it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think so too. As long as he just stays healthy, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope we're a playoff team. Definitely not going to win a division, but I hope we definitely get into a wild card spot, and I can see us against some of the best teams in the league and see how our offense can translate. I mean, we got to play y'all this year. We got to play, the Jets and Buffalo and Miami. So it's a tough schedule because we got twice against Philly, twice against Dallas. Commanders always play us tough. It's tough. We got a tough schedule, but we had a softer schedule last season, and we gotta sack up basically. Daniel Jones has to step up. He has to step up. He's got to throw for at least 25 touchdowns, at least minimum.
Yeah.
Like in order for us to be successful in this league, he has to do that. I am tired of playing from behind and watching other offenses go score 30 points like it's nothing.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'm sick of it.
Wait, speaking of the Commanders, how do you feel about them?
I've heard good things from Sam Howell coming out of camp. Like, he's apparently, looked good. They're going to start with him going into the season. They got pieces all around him. The problem is that their offensive line isn't good, and they didn't really address it in the draft. So, the offensive line, they addressed, the cornerback position, which is what they needed, even though I didn't agree with the choice. I thought that they were going to go Christian Gonzalez, but, they didn't. So, I mean, we'll see. But they got, probably in my opinion, the best defensive line in the league, and Chase Young and Jonathan Allen and Ron Payne. Like, they're so good. So good. Jonathan Allen is probably, in my opinion, he's the best defensive tackle in the league outside of Aaron Donald.
Yeah. They have a good D line. It's gonna be interesting to see what they say about what they do about Chase Young.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see, but yeah, I and then you got McLaurin and Curtis Samuel. What's his name in the backfield? Damn, I can't remember his name. The dude got shot in the leg and came back and played.
Brian Robinson.
Yeah, Brian Robinson. Yep, I remember his name. You got him back there, and he's a stud, I think. As far as running, and he can catch the ball at the backfield. He's not as good at that to me as his run, but like he runs hard, so it'd be interesting to see how he is this season. Sam Howell, but that offensive line has got awful. It's even worse than the Giants' offensive line. That's saying something.
That is true. But
it'll be interesting. Like I said, I like Sam Howell. I liked him coming out of college. He was pretty good at North Carolina. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see how he is.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch much of him coming out of college, but from the little bits that we've seen last year, it might be a little interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting. The NFC East is obviously it's gonna be Phillies to win. Dallas is gonna contend it, and the Giants are hoping to sneak in.
But I'm gonna have to cut it short.
And the Commanders are hoping to just do something.
Yeah, basically, yeah. They need everything. But I have to cut it short right here. I gotta go do some shit for tomorrow.